If you haven't made a smoked burger, get on it, because these are amazing. So good, so packed full of flavor. Amazing. I don't even know what else to say. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to G-Rod Grills. My name is Gerardo and this is my channel. If you're into backyard barbecue on a variety of different grills, like this full rack digital smoker here from Bradley, then please consider subscribing, because that's exactly what this channel is all about. Today I'm going to be making a smoked burger. If you haven't had a smoked burger before, they just hit so much different than a normal grilled burger. They're so smoky, they're juicy, they're so delicious. It's just perfect. I'm getting hungry just talking about it. So what do you say we get going? Are you ready? Let's go. All right, here we go. This is what we're gonna do to make our burgers. Here I've got just over a pound of lean ground beef. To it, I am going to add about a small onion's worth of, these are kind of half sauteed onions. And the reason why I saute my onions before that is because when we're smoking burgers, the temperature is pretty low. So at the end of the cooking process, you end up with quite a bit of crunch from the onions because they're not fully cooked through. And in my house, I'm not a huge fan of raw onions, to be honest with you. So I like doing these sauteed onions, unless I'm grilling a burger. And then in that case, because the heat is so high, it doesn't matter. But that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna over mix this too much, just want to incorporate it. A big part of having a nice burger here is that you're not over mixing the meat, because then you break down the fibers and everything. You know, I'm not adding oats, I'm not adding anything else to this burgers. I'm not making meatballs here, I'm making a hamburger. So pretty light. I'm gonna add just salt, just a little bit of salt. Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of just regular ground pepper. Next, I'm going to add, and this is completely optional for you, using this roasted garlic and peppers kind of mix. I've used this before in some of my videos. I think it tastes really good and adds a nice little flavor to the burgers. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add here a little bit of barbecue sauce. This is just a sticky sweet sauce. This is a sweet barbecue. That's going to give me a little bit of extra punch. And also another reason why I don't want to add too much seasoning, because this is going to give me some. And now to mix it in, I'm just going to, again, you don't want to overwork the meat too much, because then you break down the fibers and then the burger kind of gets all crumbly when you cook it. So I'm gonna make sure we keep it nice and easy. There, it's all mixed in. Don't really need to do much more than that. Okay, and now it's time to make the burger. So this was just over a pound. I'm gonna try to make 3 burgers out of this. And they're gonna be fairly large. We're just gonna form a little ball here. Give it a little bit of a flattening. We're going to flatten it a little bit just so you can see the thickness of it isn't huge, but this is going to shrink a bit. So we want to make sure we get it a little longer or a little wider in diameter than you really want it, because it's going to shrink as it cooks. And I'll just do this again with the other one. Again, you see, all about the same thickness. We'll put that one right there. There you go, little dimples in the middle, and we're set. That's all we're gonna do these burgers. You can see this was super simple. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put them into the smoker. All right, here we go. So now we've got our smoker rolling here. Our smoker is set to 250 degrees. We're using hickory wood. I've got 4 hickory biscuits in there right now. We need 3 because we're going to smoke for about an hour. That's how long I think this is going to take. I'm going to come back and check it in about half an hour, 45 minutes or so, and just to give them a temp check to see where we're at. I want to get them to 160 degrees internal temperature so that it's safe to eat. But outside of that, I mean, you can do them at whatever temperature you'd like. Here in Canada, most of us cook at a hamburger to 160 degrees. But we're going to close this up, again, 250 degrees, an hour of smoke. I'm going to check in about half an hour to 45 minutes to see where we're at. But that'll be it. I'll show you once we're getting there at the 45-minute mark and I check them. I'm going to sauce them a little bit as well. But I'll show you that when we're ready. All right, here we go. So this actually took a little bit longer than I had expected. It's about an hour and a half in the smoker so far, and we've reached an internal temperature of about 155 degrees. So I'm gonna call these down at about 160, 165. And before we do that, I am going to just kind of sauce these a little bit, give them a little bit of a brushing with the same barbecue sauce that we use to season them. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to turn up the smoker to 300 degrees and just let this sauce set a little bit. Doesn't need much. Now that I've got them sauced, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close this up, like I said, 300 degrees for the next 10 minutes, and these will be ready to go. Show you when we're ready to eat. Well, all right, here we go. So taking some these burgers out, let's just build our burgers. This is how I like to do mine. So I've got some brioche bun here. I'm gonna put lettuce on the bottom because this kind of helps with, you know, anything kind of soaking into the bun. I'm gonna put our burger right on top, right there. In here I've got some fried onions, just regular fried onions. Put some on top of that. Slice of tomato. Gonna also put in some barbecue sauce, some extra barbecue sauce on top. Same sauce that we used before, just a little bit extra. Maybe let's throw a couple pickles in there. I mean, you do whatever you want, obviously. Boomsies. There's our burger. You can see that. Let's have a bite. All right, let's take a bite out of this. Ooh, it's huge. You can smell the smokiness of it. It's so good. Oh my. I don't even know what to tell you. It's so darn good. I really wish you could taste this. It is so good. It's ridiculous. Smoky. Got a little bit of that sweetness from the barbecue sauce. The seasoning on the burger is just right. A little bit of, a little bit of salt. You can taste a little bit of that pepper, but none of those kind of mask the flavor of the burger or the smoke for that matter. Absolutely amazing. If you haven't made a smoked burger, get on it because these are amazing. So good, so packed full of flavor. Smoked burgers definitely hit different than a grilled burger, and you won't be disappointed, I promise you. Well, that's all I've got for you today. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more of this, make sure you hit the subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next G-Rod Grills. I'm gonna finish this probably before I walk over there and hit stop.